Testing. Is this recording? This better be recording. Anything inappropriate showing in the background? Nope, nothing. Okay, good. So, what's up, guys? B-boy Vinzel, aka Vince Ryder, and today I'm gonna give my predictions of like Lords of the Floor, and I don't even know what time I'm gonna actually commentate. Probably when it's already out and stuff like that. But for this one, it's just my predictions. So yeah, just take it what it is. I have a lot of stuff going on right now. I don't have time to actually do a full-on analysis of a lot of these, B-boys and B-girls that are gonna be, and also there's gonna be sounds in the background. Parents are cooking for because we are celebrating my nephew's birthday, and that's way more important than ever making this video perfect. Anything is important. And if you know me, you know I've been like this for the longest time in this channel because no one really cares. No one does. I don't know if you care about my opinions or, anything like that. And also I want to say this. I saw Lords of the Floor at least from the, an online standpoint where I saw it like on Instagrams here and there. There is so many B-boys and B-girls where I would have like literally days and days end if I would talk to them. Sadly, it's up in Seattle and I'm down here in San Francisco. Some of you are like, oh, you could just go, man. You think it's easy? You think these tickets are cheap, man? You buy them, okay? You buy them for me. Shoot. If anybody. But no, that's not, I wish I had that lifestyle, but it is what it is. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I kind of like miss saying here and there. And I hope that nobody is like, looking at this video and trying to take my advice or anything like that else, despite, me watching B-boy battles ever since I was like 3. But yeah, here I am in my late 20s and talking about, still into breaking for the longest time. And there's these B-boys and B-girls in this bracket, or at least the B-boys in this sense, the OGs, where they've been around like pretty much like way before I was born. They're probably like, within my dad's age for all I know. But yeah, this is just my, this is me dwelling because Lords of the Floor, the first time I saw it was, of course, everyone saw it, was literally the one where, Chrome's like, 2001, I guess. Where I believe it's the one that they keep showing. And listen, I don't have the cards for this. I forgot. Okay, what year? I don't freaking know. The freaking main year where Stunnerman was in, where Crumbs and Ruin was in, or when like Eric and Iron Monkey was in, because God, I still remember those battles. I still remember how strong Eric was. I still remember El Nino getting out the bag, out of K Mel's bag. And yeah, I just still remember those times because there's been many times where I rewatch it like, past those years. But other than that, let's just get into this. Let's talk about some of these battles and, just talk about who I believe is going to win, and I'm going to pick 2 because it's going to be in the finals, and one from the left side and one from the right side. So plain and simple, you know the deal. I know I've been discombobulated with all what I'm ever saying. Some of you are just like already like freaking in their headlights. What the heck is this guy talking? Man, I don't even know. Okay, listen, you think I take anything seriously in this channel anymore? You think if I commentate this, I guarantee you I'm going to be talking about more of the newest video game I've been playing, the last movie I watched, other than any B-boy battle. Because freaking doing B-boy content in terms of commenting, and stuff like that, it sometimes gets to me. It sucks. It's fun, and I make it fun. But there's just something about it where it gets to me. I don't know what it is. I'm just like, I just want to watch the battle. I want to shut up and just watch the battle, in my opinion. But the moment I commentate is the moment that, man, this is actually not bad, and so I'm actually have no idea. I just woke up. Okay. You wake up at 10, 11? You damn right I do. Anyways, let's talk about these battles. Crumbs and Ruin versus Iron Monkey and Eric. And this is a very familiar battle, if I gotta be honest. The first time I saw it, I was like, damn, this is definitely catered, because Lords of the Floor, in a sense, is so catered to like the OGs that actually saw that battle from the 2001, or the first ever Lords of the Floor, basically, from that long time ago. And I'm trying to think, like, has there been ever a Lords of Floor in between? Because I'm thinking, like, this is like the first in decades that they had the Lords of Floor back. 3 decades. Now thinking about it. Oh my God. That's 3 generations ago. I am so sorry to the B boys and B girls that I'm making you feel old. Like, yeah, listen, I already make the amount of, like, I remember making Alien S feel old when I told him, like, yeah, I used to watch you when I was on my dad's lap and stuff. I was like, and I'm just like, oh man, why'd I say that? And especially for me, like anyone else in MTK, like, I was like, oh yeah, my inspiration stuff, I've been watching you since I was like not even elementary. And I'm sorry, okay? Hey, just it is what it is. But yeah, Crumbs and Ruin and Iron Monkey and Eric, these are the classics. Eric coming back, I saw his interview, and him talking about freezes and stuff like that. It was a hilarious interview. I forget who it was that interviewed him, but that was a cool interview that, Eric had a lot of knowledge. Iron Monkey's been around for the longest time. I've been seeing him forever, especially Crumbs and Ruin. I remember seeing Predatorz Ruin first ever, and probably the first time I ever saw them is in a video game, the B-Boy the game, on the PS2. And of course, I saw Predatorz Ruin like, pretty much in real life, and they were just dope just to see for the first time ever back in Style Elements. And yeah, here they are right now and battling, and I honestly cannot give a winner because these are legends here. These are like top tiers. Maybe it's Crumbs and Ruin might actually take it, but there's a part of me where it can go either both ways. Next up is K-Mel and Prodigy. This is literally, I feel like El Nino should be part of this. K-Mel and El Nino. That could have been perfect because it's a reference of like way back then when actually El Nino came out of K-Mel's bag. Which is kind of like and still embedded in b-boy history back in this at this point. People know about that moment, even though they never grew up at that moment. But yeah, Kimmel and Prodigy going up against Jeromski and Twix, which I definitely remember that. I definitely remember like Twix and Jeromski battling at the Lords of the Floor, battling and teaming up. Whatever event they're at, and they're like known legends in Seattle. So man, the crowd's gonna be cheering for them. At least I hope, because we we never expect, like, crowds are nowadays in b-boy events are so like tunnel vision when it comes down to the event. They don't cheer, they just like look at the battles like stuff like that. And I'm the same way. But yeah, a lot of times it would be cool for them just to yell and cheer and stuff like that. But will Prodigy be inside of a bag that K-Mel is about to pull? Will Prodigy fit in that bag? I'm trying to think of Prodigy, like, how old is he? Like, he's definitely young. He's definitely at 20s at this point. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, probably K-Mel Prodigy. I feel like they might take it. Drumski and Twix, they probably still got it if they can still do the flips. Because let me tell you, they're like, I don't even know how old they are, but they don't look old, that's for sure. But Hong Tan and Physics versus Stripes and Mano, this is a very, very like one of those battles where I'm like, yo, I am looking forward to this. I feel like, of course, Stripes and Mano, like, these are two different crews embedded in one. But we're bringing it back to the good old days. Hong Tan and Physics still going at it till this day is crazy. They had to win. But Stripes and Mano, that is a beautiful mix. I'm looking forward to that. But I feel like Hong Tan and Physics might go after it. Everyone know who these b-boys are. I swear, will there be a chance where Stripes will freaking speak? This dude has been silent for the longest time. I have no idea what his voice sounds like. He has never been ever spoken. It's crazy how the amount of b-boys and b-girls that I know what they sound like. Never heard Stripes. Dude's a silent killer. He just choose not to speak at all. It's kind of crazy. Like, I feel like there's this theory where he skip out the break free because he doesn't want to do the freaking conference. He doesn't want to talk. He doesn't want people to hear him. So he just skipped that out, which has always been my theory. So I'm just trying to figure out at this point, like, why the hell Stripes is never, like, what? Does he have a funny voice or something? Like, come on. But yeah, Yeah, will he speak at all if they interview him? They better. I swear. I don't know who's hosting. Jacoy. Oh yeah, Jacoy's hosting. That's kind of crazy to think about. I know he has a passion of breaking, but pretty well known comedian in the Filipino community. Will he come to him and be like, "Yo, are you going at it?" And puts the mic in his face, and he's just like not saying anything. Like that would be funny. He better say something. Like, dude, you freaking how did like you can't be a mute for this long. Okay, come on now. Some characters in some video games gotta freaking like speak at one point. That's a reference to Jack and Daxter. Anyways, Flea Rock and Luigi versus Marlon and Palmer, and this one is a sick battle itself. Skill methods, back at it again. Flea Rock and Luigi, that is an ultimate dangerous mix right there. Going against Marlon and Palmer, these two confidence, but they are good with their energy. But man, Flea Rock and Luigi has that flavor and iconic flow. So I would choose Flea Rock and Luigi, but when it comes to that energy, Marlon and Palmer, they can go at them in their like most vulnerable moments. I don't know. But logistics in India versus Taisuke and Ami. Taisuke, man, I love seeing Taisuke. Like it's been a while. I don't see him a lot in battles. Maybe it's his age. Maybe he's too busy fishing. Maybe he's too busy doing, dealerships with sponsorships and stakeholders and whatever in the b-boy business. I don't freaking know. But yeah, going up against logistics in India. That's an interesting mix. Queen Vision, is that a new crew? I don't know. But yeah, that's gonna be sick to see. Knowing like these two have that, persistent like, flow mixed with style, with logistics and India with the focus. And Taisuke and Ami, like that's cool and stuff. Man, I do want to see. I'm missing like Ills and Ami again. I just always like to see them too, these couples. But no, it's Taisuke and Ami. I guess it's like master and student and stuff like that. So you know what? I might as well give it to Logistics India. They might win it. El Nino and Victor. This one is Squadron. Yeah, Rockstrike is not in this one. El Nino and Victor. Going up against Alvin and Lil G. Now, of course, El Nino and Victor for me personally, but when it comes to the whole power dynamic, Alvin and Lil G, they might have it. They might have it in the bag for sure if the judges are like, yo, I want that power. Boom, I got that power. I'm going to give it to Lil G and Alvin. But for El Nino and Victor, like, come on. Like, these, I feel like they win for a reason. They're Squadron for a reason. There is some bias that, the judges might choose them. But I don't know who the judges are. So it might be Alvin and Lil G. But personally for me, because I've been seeing these B-boys and I know for a fact that I expect them to win 1,000 times, especially freaking Victor. Yeah, Oninu Victor. Shingekix and Isen versus Gravity and Data. It's kind of crazy. I never would imagine Data ever collabing with Gravity. You would think it would be some other big cat. International. Maybe Data is sponsored by Catch Rec or something like that. But other than that, it's kind of crazy. Like he's teaming up with Gravity, just Gravity and Data, just two of these guys that I believe they're the same age, and they're out here killing. And I'm just like, that's quite interesting. That's kind of cool. I hope one day Data would travel out there and actually just really wingspan his abundance of flow and tricks that he's been that he's not really well known out there. And shout out to Gravity giving him the light that he deserves for all these years of him breaking. But Shigekix and Isen, I'm sorry. They might win this. But Gravity, oh no, Gravity is not letting anybody win. He's not letting anybody in this. He's not letting anyone enjoy. No, he's out here killing everybody. Gravity is just like that type of guy. He stands on business. Stand on business. Okay, I'll stop. But listen, Gravity and Data, I'm hoping they win. But Shigekix and Isen, man, you're battling some young cats. This is going to be interesting, that's for sure. But I would choose Gravity and Data. Amir and DS versus Isen and Wing Zero. This is going to be amazing. But first off, Amir has been in the US before. DS, for the first time, is finally here in the US. I feel like if he could have just come like when he was a bit younger, stuff like that, man, that would be something. But now he's just rocking the cowboy hat as if he's not from this world. Diaz, I guarantee you, you would look like any other freaking. It's funny how I'm looking at Diaz and then I'm just looking at the crowd. It's like a whole freaking usual, like, usual breakdancing or something here in America. All Asians. Just there's a full on all Asians fest. Of course it is. Of course, we Asians we love breaking. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. It's like a freaking buffet, Chinese buffet to us. But when I see Diaz matching with all the crowds it's like, man, it's like you belong here. It's like Diaz belong here. I know he's from Kazakhstan. It feels like he belongs here. His flow, his attitude, of course, not much anymore because it's most about timing and comedic flow and him being a showman now. But before that, before all that hype, he kind of just really looks like somebody from the West Coast. He really does. And now he's finally here in the US, and man, what timing. What a time to be alive. But yeah, Amir and Diaz, I gotta give it to them. Listen, it's saying Wing Zero. Of course, they're cool. I've been seeing it for years and stuff like that. Man, I can give my honest opinion and say they suck. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. But I know Issa and Wing Zero, they had their moments. They're not old. They had their moments. They're probably focused on other things for sure. But I guarantee you, if they win, there won't be a surprise. But if Amir and Diaz win, listen, I know they've been winning, but oh my God, I just really want to see more from them. I feel like I see already enough from Issei and Wing Zero back in the Silverback days. But I don't know, they might have something cooking. Amir and Diaz for sure. That one is going to be top contender right there. If they win, I feel like I would choose them. It's going to either be him or, man, it would be cool to see Gravity and Data versus Amir and Diaz. That's going to be man, Gravity's got to look at Diaz like, I'm coming for you, boy. I'm like, damn. It just seems like Gravity's just not having it with anybody. He is just so savage with it, but also nice with it too. So who will I? Okay, so what are my opinions of who's gonna win in terms of the finals? Who's gonna be in the finals, but also who's gonna win? Let's do that. Okay, in order. When it comes to looking at this whole bracket, if Hong Ten and Physics beat Stripes and Menno, it is over. They would take everything in there. But I get this feeling that came out in Prodigy with all the hype, like they might take it as well, and they're not gonna let Hong Ten and Physics pass. And I'm not even sure if K-Mel is gonna do that freaking signature, like what he did in Freestyle Session, like change the music if he doesn't like it. Which I'm trying to think to myself, like, why does K-Mel does that? I don't know. But like I get this feeling like it might be K-Mel Prodigy. And if they pass through Jaromsky and Twix, you know what the venue's gonna go for. If it does. But other than that, you can't beat the classics here. K-Mel, the king, and Prodigy, the energy. Like, it's over. It's over. I got this feeling too that Marlon Palmer might be squeezing by just to, steal the rounds of everyone else for sure, because they got that, and the support is, it goes back to the Break Free, headquarters, which they support a lot of B-boys over the years. A lot of B-boys and B-girls, and a lot of like their students, and a lot of, it's like they're doing a good cause. But I don't know, maybe Stripes and Menno, if they beat Hong Ten and Physics, it could be over too. There's a lot of avalanches. There's a lot of landslides here. And I'm not sure which one it is that could really, really take everything all, because it all determines in the first round, at least in my opinion. But I am cheering, if I was to cheer for anyone, for sure, came out on Prodigy. Listen, I love the classics, Crowns of Ruin, Iron Monkey, and Rare. But if it comes down to what I believe in my gut came out on Prodigy, I kind of want to see them win. Not gonna lie, that would be interesting. The judges might also want to see them win. I don't know. I don't even know who the judges are. But let's go into the other side. Who do you think I'm gonna win in the other side? I want to see. I feel like Amir and Diaz for sure. They might take it. El Nino and Victor, 100%. They actually wouldn't be a surprise. It wouldn't be a surprise for, you say Wing Zero, or But if gravity and data could take out whoever it is, not only Shingeki and Isin, but also in the quarterfinal round. They're gonna take it all. They're gonna take it all. Will they keep that energy for sure? Will the other be? But let me tell you, there's a slight chance. But the way I'm seeing it, Amir and Diaz. I feel like I have to choose Amir and Diaz for realistic terms. But yes, that's, and also just their move set and everything that they pretty much been bringing to the table for this year alone. Yeah, Amir and Diaz. I guarantee you. So that means K-Mel Prodigy and Amir and Diaz. Now, who I think is gonna win? I feel like Predators might win. I feel like Amir and Diaz might win. If Now listen, if K-Mel and Prodigy can hold it down in the most authentic, and I'm talking about the most authentic like way ever in terms of like getting to their faces and really trying something that Amir and Diaz are like, yep, this is over for us. I guarantee you, because let me tell you, K-Mel is not only dopest breaker out there, dude's smart. He like, at least to me, he knows how to strategize. So if the strategy is very well done and way it's going to be played out in terms of strategies, some point of winning, or just groove and, moving around and controlling the environment, it's like, man, Camille Prodigy might win. I kind of want to see them win, but I feel like Amir and Diaz might take it all. So if I have to choose to put my money anywhere, you know what? I'm going to choose God. It's just crazy because the thing is that I'm looking at Stripes and Mano and Haunted Physics. And when they meet each other in the freaking semifinals, I don't even know anymore. But I really want to see Camel and Prodigy win. I do also want to see Gravity and Data win. That would be so cool. Data never won any battles, at least from what I heard of. Maybe did from his own town and stuff, but out here, man, that would be nice. Amir and Diaz, though, yeah, I feel like they might win for sure. So my money goes to them. But I'm cheering for all of them at this point. I don't even care. Listen, my opinions don't care. Why would you listen to me? Nobody should take me seriously. For crying out loud, please grow up and just do not take anything seriously what I'm saying. Because who the F am I? Right? From the great wise words of Smurf. Who the fuck am I? Okay? Who cares? Who cares? But if you care, and, I question that. Like, oh my God, you care about me? Oh, thank you, though. But if you care about my opinion, like, I want to know your opinion. I feel like you know everything. Blah, blah, blah. Stop. Just stop. Just go get therapy, okay? Fine, Diaz and Amir. But you don't need to. You don't need to choose my opinion. You don't need to, okay? Anyways, I'm speaking to the one person that is a hater that is of this channel, but I don't think I have any. And a lot of times it just feels like that, sometimes. I don't know. Maybe the devil's hating, but you know what? God ain't hating. One love, and yeah, Lord's the floor. That's my predictions. God bless.